everyone, it's Morphin Mania time. I'm Captain Logan. Look, it's Jason and DJ Martinez.
That's him.
We are... we're off to a fantastic... you realize he's in Georgia, right? Like,
I know.
Today, we're going to watch episode 12 of Power Rangers Turbo. Jason may or may not get ejected from the show 20 seconds in. It's alarmed and dangerous. Divatox's forces set off false fire alarms all over Angel Grove as Justin deals with school bullies. Oh, I think this may be the episode where Justin gets in trouble with Demetria for using his powers for his own gain. I think this might be that episode. I also may be remembering it wrong, but what I remember is that he's in a tree and he's getting bullied and he teleports out of the tree, and he's not supposed to do that. Or no, I think it's even worse than that. I think he's like falling, and if he didn't teleport, he would have hurt his leg or something. And it's like, you shouldn't use your powers for personal gain. I think that happens, but we'll see if I'm right about it.
Wow, that's like new ground for Power Rangers. That's interesting. All right, let's see it.
Yeah. Before we do that, though, I want to show off another of my painted figures from the Power Rangers miniatures game. Well, I'll do these until I've run out, and then I'll paint some more. But look, everybody, it's Ranger Slayer. It's evil Ranger Slayer.
I read the third volume of Go-Go.
I like Ranger Slayer a lot. I like her look a lot, especially. She's got a super cool costume. And there's also Rebel Ranger Slayer that you can play as. So this is the monster in the game, Ranger Slayer. And then there's a Rebel Ranger Slayer that has got her mask off. And she's one of my favorite characters to play as. And this is one of the most brutal bosses. Maybe she's more of like a mid-range... Or I say monster. Maybe she's like a mid-range monster. But anyway, she can be tough. But anyway.
Wait, isn't Boss Monster like a
card game? Yeah, we tried to play that one.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming she's more in a lot more of the Mighty Morphin book.
Yeah, well, once you get to the place you are, you should be reading Mighty Morphin also. You really shouldn't be reading that without Mighty Morphin, because it reads more as kind of a side book, and you're going to be lost.
I want to read that stuff, but I really want to get the hardcovers. I don't want to buy them if I don't buy the hardcovers, but the hardcovers like $75 each, and I can't make myself...
You could get on Hoopla and read them online. You can read them through your library.
Yeah, I can see if they have those. They don't have a lot of indie stuff through my library. They just have kind of... Anyway.
Oh, weird. That's right. Because mine's got all that stuff. Mine's got a lot of IDW and Boom.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Mine had IDW. That's where I read the Turtles, but they didn't have any Power Ranger stuff, which is, I don't know, the weird licensing they have.
Rangers always look cooler with capes. Oh, so you must like Magna Defender then.
Magna Defender, but he's not a Ranger, though.
It's true.
That's just his skin.
All right, let's get started. So, Alarmed and Dangerous, make sure you're at the 12th episode of Turbo. Get it at timestamp 0. Get ready to press play when I say now. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now.
McAllister must love Mystic Force.
On another very special episode of Turbo, a Power Ranger series.
Oh, Miss Appleby. Lovely to see you.
She's still teaching... Okay, so not only is she still teaching every grade and every
she still
class...
dresses like she's an Amish person.
But more than that, Justin is in high school, but everyone's sitting at tables like they're in elementary school. This is not how a high school classroom is set up.
I'm just surprised that they actually have older people cast. Like, they remembered that he's supposed to be in high school.
Well, that doesn't surprise me, because,
I wouldn't even give them credit for that.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be harder to go out of your way and find kids than to find extras that are teenagers? Isn't that easier?
That's true. Wait a second. Is Kat like the monitor of his classroom? She's like the teacher's assistant. Do you see that?
Yeah. I think they established that earlier, but I could be wrong. Daniel Davis says, I'm amazed they even remembered who Mrs. Applegate was. It's Appleby. Applegate is the writer of Animorphs. Right. K.A. Applegate.
Hey, it could be the same person. You don't know. She could be writing under a pen name.
It's
change
not.
The last 4 letters.
It's not, because I met the actress who played Miss Appleby, and if she wrote the Animorphs books, I feel like she'd probably be making a bigger deal out of that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually kind of hardcore for Power Rangers. Like, this is that scene where he's like, how about I let my fist study your face? Like, that's more like the pilot.
Yeah, the pilot where they're like actually Bulk is actually getting kicked in the face.
Yeah.
Jason wasn't messing around in that pilot. He was kicking him down the bowling lanes.
No, it felt like it originally was supposed to be maybe for a slightly older age group, and then immediately it seemed like they were aiming more at like 6 to 8-year-olds. And this season, it feels like they've been trying to scale a little older, hoping... my theory is they're hoping they can hang on to the kids that were watching Mighty Morphin because they're starting to lose interest. Like, people aren't still watching the show. So they're maybe afraid that they're not... I could be talking out of the other side of my face, but I think they might be afraid that they're not getting a new generation of Power Rangers fans, so they're trying to hang on to the old ones, and so they're skewing a little older.
Daniel Davis will write a comment in a few minutes that'll completely debunk anything you said.
He probably will, but I'm going to ignore him because he knows too much.
Well, he has Google at his disposal.
Yeah, but I also get the sense that he just knows a lot about Power Rangers. The actress, I forget her name, the actress who plays Miss Appleby was a day player. We've talked about that. So
she was an actual teacher.
Yeah, and she is a teacher.
Why doesn't he just say, hey, I pulled the fire alarm because I was getting beaten up?
Yeah, but he said, hey, it was an emergency. I'm not allowed to use my powers for personal gain.
Or did they pull the fire alarm? Oh, they pulled it.
Oh, I see.
Have you ever pulled a fire alarm, Jason? At school?
Don't give me any ideas.
No, I haven't. But
Don't do
I have.
Don't do that.
There was a basketball that hit a fire alarm while I was doing a recital. And the fire alarm was going over the music. And it was really bad.
Michael, I missed that credit. He says this episode was directed by Paul Schreier. That's awesome. I thought I knew he directed some stuff, but I wasn't sure where, and I thought it was all later. I didn't realize he did it this early. But I may be wrong. Maybe he doesn't do it later. I just don't know. That's awesome. So as he says, Beetleborgs was also very popular at that time. Yeah, this was when that was going on, and we've talked about doing some of that at some point too.
Wait, are we going past RPM?
What's up, DJ?
I wasn't making light of fire alarms, guys. I was just trying to start a conversation because I've pulled 2 fire alarms in my day when I was a very, very, very young kid. My mom used to work at a nursing home.
Did you used to be a rebel?
6. No, I was like 5 or 4,
5?
maybe even younger, maybe 3. And my aunt told me that a Reese's would come out if I pulled it, and so I pulled it at the nursing home that my mom worked at.
You thought it was a vending machine?
Yeah, I was super young. And then I pulled one on the bus one time because I was like, what does one on a bus do? And
Adam thinks he is Jim Carrey. He just said Tommy was smoking.
Smoking.
Hey, Daniel agrees with me, basically. He says ratings were starting to go a bit in the toilet around the time, so the impression I get is they were trying to go for a mixed audience. Thankfully, they managed to succeed at that with Space. Yeah, Space kind of pulled people back in.
Yeah, Space is great. Even Brandon was okay with Space when we showed it.
Well, I'm not just talking about quality of the show. I mean, people were watching again at Space.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I love.
Wow.
These high schoolers are acting like they're in elementary school.
That's true. But I like that they're actually being bullies. And I mean, this is maybe, again, the obvious thing you would expect in a teen drama, but not Power Rangers. You wouldn't think they go this far. You'd think that we would just constantly, like, hand everything to Justin because he's a genius. And this is the thing that you would expect to happen to him, being, you know, a 12-year-old. But also younger than everybody. So it's like, oh, you think you're you know, good enough to be here with us? Like, we had to actually go through grades. You know, how dare you? There should be a jealousy thing here. I don't think they're going that far with it. I don't think there's any motivation beyond these guys are the bullies, but I appreciate that they go as far as they go.
Yeah. These alarms.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I just wasn't looking at the screen apparently at that point in any of these. Stephen Murphy says most of the episodes today we were watching were directed by Schreier except for episode 9. So he's doing several at once. Although, that's not surprising because they bulk shot some of this. I just said bulk shot. They bulk shot it. Bulk shot it, and he was bulk shooting it. But that makes sense because
and he directed.
He's around and available and not on and not on screen. Yeah.
Why didn't they just reverse
their pilot didn't go to series
thing? If they didn't get their pilot, they should have been like, okay, you guys can come back. The chimp thing was stupid.
Well, who knows how much of this they'd already shot. I mean, they bulk shot so much.
But if he's around to direct episodes, it's not like like the reason it's not like he's off shooting another show.
Yeah, that's a good point you're making. I don't have a good rebuttal for that. Maybe they shot all the monkey footage at the same time. Daniel says it helped that he was offset. He was only doing voice work, which allowed him to direct episodes. Yeah, we were just talking about that.
The chimps are the only ones that see the periscope when it comes. It comes out different sizes depending on what object it comes out of. It's a different size.
That's true. Which means they had to make several props and they purposefully made it different sizes. Steven says these monkeys are a health hazard to the juice bar. Who knows where they've been?
Sucker punched by a periscope is a great line, just completely out of context.
That's true. We are having more fun with some of these scripts, even if some of the ideas are just too ludicrous.
I'm wondering if
the wrong brand of ludicrous, maybe.
I'm wondering if there's just that 5 or 6 episode lull that we had to get through that really turned a lot of people off. That were just so bad.
I'm expecting more terribleness until TJ and the gang show up toward the end of this.
Yeah, but next is Blue Centurion, which is remembered well. And then
I think a lot of those characters are just remembered well, though, because it, like, breaks up the monotony. It's like, oh, somebody showed up that seems important. I don't remember anything about Blue Centurion.
So next is
Everybody
13.
likes Phantom Ranger. Is that the show, Phantom Ranger?
Yeah. So next is 13, and then 18 is Passing the Torch. So there's only about 5 or 6 episodes.
Well, it's going to get painful right before that, DJ. That's my prediction. And we all know that I'm great at predicting Power Rangers.
Right before Passing the Torch is a 2-parter called Honey, I Shrunk the Rangers. So we'll see how that goes.
I remember that one.
Okay.
It's exactly what it sounds like. Now, it's also not the first time we've done that. We had Shrunken Rangers earlier, I think.
Wait a minute. Why does he have
Or
to
did
take
we?
it
Maybe we didn't.
ashore and hide it?
Remember.
You have a thing underwater. You're no one can find you, so why don't you just keep it there?
Well, maybe they can follow the periscope back to them somehow.
Yeah, I mean, we know that they can just monkey with it and then affect the person on the other side. Yeah, I said monkey with it, DJ. I love the Productrons just messing with the fire alarms.
Just kicking it.
So good. Is that how they communicate? They just go in each other's faces?
Yeah, they can't. Remember in the movie when they were like real people and they had like lieutenants and stuff? And they were like,
yeah.
They had like different versions. Now they're just like, I mean, I guess they just puttified them because it's the show.
Yeah, they seemed like an army with ranks.
In the movie, they had like lieutenants. Some of them rode horses. It was weird.
So did you see how Kat was trying to add a little bit of tension and drama in the scene by holding her arm, which seemed to have hurt for 0.5 seconds? She's in the middle of a fight, she goes, and then she stops holding her arm, and then she just keeps fighting some more.
Well, I mean, this is the same woman who like broke her leg jumping off of a cliff because she was scared of a snake.
While she had morphing powers.
Little known fact, snakes are the weakness of Power Rangers.
They're the morphin.
That's why Lord Zed had a snake when he came in.
It's the only thing the morphin grid cannot protect itself against.
Yeah.
May the power protect you against everything but snakes.
It's like Indiana Jones. Oh, detonator. You gotta have a detonator. This should be called Power Rangers Detonators.
Yeah, Diva Talk should... We keep doing this where we, like, mix random themes. Like, what do bombs and detonators have to do with the ocean? And aquatic stuff. And
the torpedoes that she has are cool because they're, like, on theme, but...
Yeah, that's cool. And she uses the torpedoes to make the monsters grow. But, like, it's like she's always got two plots at once, and the detonator never works. So why have that? I mean, you can say the monsters never work either, but like you have to have something to fight in a Power Ranger show. Why always do both? Neither of them ever work, and they're never really all that connected either. It's like we got this plot, and also there's a monster running around, and then we have this bomb inside of something.
Yeah, the bomb is never part of the monster except for in the weight one.
Yeah. Which is why that felt like a really good episode, because it was so against the formula. It's like watching Smallville in the middle of Crypto Freak seasons. Anytime they do anything different, it immediately elevates the material.
Yeah, that Justin hair, it looks like.
See, Jason, your hair doesn't look quite like that.
Not yet. It's you could get there if you want to.
Yeah, but I'd also have to dye it.
No, it's not. It's a little lighter. I see what you're saying, but I think we would get the picture.
Yeah, all you have to do is wear a plaid blue shirt, and you're in good shape.
Yeah.
Put on a morpher and a communicator, you're good. Well, I guess a communicator or a morpher, because the communicator turns into more. You know what? The point you made earlier is a really good one, DJ. Because I was trying to make the point in an earlier episode that there are a lot of seasons where it's not just that the morpher communicates, but that the communicator turns into a morpher. But you're talking about the same communicators. I forgot about that. Like, it's the ones Billy made, and now they transform.
That's what I'm saying. How does that? They're just like magically. Okay, so he actually almost beats him up. It's not just like he teleports. He actually almost.
That must be a different episode, or I'm making that up. We'll find out in due time. But this does not seem to be that episode.
They are still chasing him. It might still happen. But
see, I remember that being at the beginning of the episode, but no, he's going to be up in a tree. It is this episode.
Yeah, here it is. He's already like fought him though, so that's already using his powers, like almost beat him up.
That's not using his powers necessarily. He's not morphed.
Yeah, but they're not allowed to beat people up.
Yeah, but it's self-defense.
I don't think Zordon would be okay with that.
Zordon's not here.
Demetria.
Low rent Zordon. Steven, do these guys have anything else to do with their lives? They're just hanging around waiting for this kid. Do bullies have this level of commitment usually? Strangely, yeah. Because very often it just gives them something to do because they have horrible home lives and they don't want to go back home to their terrible parents. And that is often a thing with bullies.
Yeah, I mean, bullies are like.
I did remember this correctly. And that does feel like a Goosebumps episode. Somebody said Goosebumps earlier. This also has that.
Oh, they didn't see it. Okay, they didn't see it. Then what's the problem? The Power Rangers are always teleporting right where people just can't see them.
And I may be making up that anybody has a problem with it. We'll find out. But I remembered that, but I could be wrong about that. I started second guessing that even that happened. So.
Floor, kid.
Yo, you're on the floor.
Detonator signal. Man, there could be a whole video. Why was there not a video game of this season? Because there could be like there could be 8 detonators. 8 different worlds you have to get through.
Power Rangers versus Bomb Man. We just make it like a
Look how judgy she's being. Use your powers in front of them. You guys use your powers like right around the corner in school all the time. Anybody could walk by and see you guys.
I haven't seen this in years. I can't believe how well I remembered this. And I think I got it from the synopsis too. I'm proud of myself.
I mean, Turbo is your favorite season. We've always said that.
No, that's why I'm so proud of myself. I don't know this show because I hate this show. I used to hate this show. I'm liking some of it more this time around, but boy, those
their high-tech screen they have there.
There were 4 in a row. You're a little bit ahead of me. I was like, oh my god, that's nuts.
And then they got their porthole.
They got their maps from the NES.
That's another thing. We said Zordon like downgraded the animal Zords to the car Zords. He also downgraded his sphere, his viewing globe, to just a flat image.
Do you really need to count down for yourself?
Are we going to watch the whole thing? Okay. Somebody's playing like Zombie Ate My Neighbors.
Did you know about Zombies Ate My Neighbors, or do you know that through me?
I don't know. Geek Evolution is just a part of my past now.
Most people don't know that until I tell them about it, but I love Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Sorry, who reviews the review? I saw Ben's review on Who's Reviews the Review.
I forgot he reviewed that. Okay.
But I think I had heard of it before that.
That is one of my favorite video games of all time.
Wow, I can't believe... I wonder if he knew that, because that must have been intimidating to review that in front of you.
I doubt that he did. I don't think I'd mentioned it yet. But I don't know. I'd have to ask him.
Oh, it's a fire truck with a face!
Wow, that's awesome. Dude, I'm a broken record, but, like, the aesthetics of all the stuff, of all the Sentai stuff is so creative and crazy and nuts. This is nuts! And so Mad Max.
It's got a ladder with, like, a unicorn horn on it. Like some kind of spike.
Steven says, I kind of get the point of a kid trying to solve his own problem, but you think the adult in this situation could be more of a help other than you'll figure it out. Yeah, that's a good point. The Ranger should be helping him with this problem. He's being legitimately bullied and not allowed to use his powers. So what's he supposed to do?
Oh, we got Sentai Rygar and Elgar for a second. They're so much more terrifying.
So much cooler looking. Especially Rygar, dude.
His face is... Well, he's the main guy, as Eric always says. And he
I
looks
forgot
like
about that. Yeah.
Wait, there's a movie called A Zombie Ate My Neighbors?
No. He was making a joke.
And there's Goofy Rygar again.
Yeah, I mean... If his lip sync was better, he's still an okay design if you never saw the other one, but the other one is so much cooler looking.
Why does that happen? We've never done that before. We've never gotten the suits from the Sentai and then changed them. I wonder if we didn't have the original suits or something.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we changed them. It looks like we built them because they don't look as strong. And
just the faces, though, it's so weird.
And
it's
I
also
also
built different.
And I also don't think we've done that where we take their main villain and make him a henchman.
No, I think this is the first time. I wonder if... I don't know why. Maybe he was too scary? But that, like, shoots yourself in the foot. You can't use any of the villain footage.
Just when he goes to Earth.
Yeah, which is barely ever.
Okay, this angle is weird. Just like over the shoulder of the bully. Why are we shooting it like that? Sorry, Bulk, but I don't know about your camera placement there, buddy. And then we're going to do that standard Power Rangers thing where he's going to turn around and they're going to be friends very quickly. Because it's a PSA episode. And we got to simplify it so the kids can feel like they can handle things in their lives. And then it'll work out really well at the end. And then in real life, the kid just keeps getting hit in the face. It's really unfortunate. Oh, wow, you're this little kid that's way smarter than me. Thanks a lot for helping me with my test. I guess I can't come from a jealousy place if it's going to end like that. Okay, but what about the other kid, though?
He was just like the, the bully always has like other bullies who just like do whatever the bully wants.
Well, yeah, like Bulk and Skull. Like Skull to Bulk.
Yeah.
That's how they should have done that. They should have had that other guy just repeat everything the first guy said.
Hey, I mean that was just as as intricate and involved as the end of Batman v Superman. They just bonded over the fact that both of their parents are gone.
What the heck was that face?
Yeah, Tanya, that was creepy. Stop it. Stephen Murphy says, we lost our parents. Did we just become best friends? Yes, we did.
It's BVS.
Michael, got to give Justin credit for at least standing up for himself. He doesn't take crap from anyone. Yeah, he's not whiny about any of that. I do have to give it credit for that. It beats Smallville in a lot of episodes over that. That's pretty good. I mean, he shows up in the command center, and Kat basically says, yeah, quit using your powers and figure it out. And he doesn't stand there and complain to her. He just figures it out. Like, I'm with whoever said she should have been more helpful, but... Yeah. Besides the fact that he and the bully just become friends, the way he handles it is, I guess, the best he can do. So yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got that lately. I know everyone hates on Justin. I think it's just because he's a kid more so than him being super annoying.
No, that's why I hate on him. I think it was just a weird choice, and I think he's irritating in the movie. I think once he gets into the series, he kind of falls into place, and I think he's as good as any of the other actors this season for the most part.
Yeah. He's actually an actor. He was in one of the Casper movies that I watched a lot as a kid.
Really?
Casper Meets Wendy.
One of the direct-to-video ones? I never saw that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying he's an actor, but he acted in other things like around the same time, so he wasn't just a martial artist.
Tom says at least he didn't start playing Bone Cracker on a boombox. Yeah, exactly. I'm the Bone Cracker! Oh my god.
What?
We're getting Smallville flashbacks here. Anyway. Well, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Sure appreciate it. We're going to bid you guys farewell tonight, both the live audience and the after-the-fact audience. You guys are great. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll be back in the not-too-distant future with more Morphin Mania. DJ and I are probably going to try to stream some more live, because this was a lot of fun.
And more just stuff.
We love doing this with an audience. It's a lot more fun this way. So we're gonna try to keep doing it this way as much as we can. It's just finding the time to carve out to do multiple episodes, because I hate to just broadcast for 20 minutes. So we'll be back soon, but we're not gonna tell you when. We're just gonna do it because we don't have a schedule for this show right now. So hopefully you're able to catch it if you're into the show. And thanks a lot for watching. We sure appreciate it. We'll see you again next time. Jason, thanks for joining us. DJ, you're great. Appreciate you, buddy. I was Captain Logan. That's Jason.
That was me.
That was DJ. We'll see you again soon. Later, folks.